Okay, I believe it should be ready. We did everything right, and we can finally start the stream. Oh, okay, Fears, you actually surprised me, buddy. You actually came in here faster than I was able to send a notification to Discord. So hello and welcome, brother. How are you doing today? Do you migrate yet, or like what happened with your account? Okay, I'm gonna recall this one because it's time to do some. It's time to do some bastions. It's time to do some bastions. Now it says get the 3 rooms, which honestly, yeah, I'm not gonna reset it because it's a really good one to do. So yeah, let's do some bastions instead. Let's do like some barb killing first, and then we're gonna focus on the rest. Let's go with this one. I hope my mic is fine, that I can be heard, but if not, I'll check it again. Wait, you migrated 2 weeks ago? Oh, okay. I don't know why, but I thought that you were gonna migrate about now, so I didn't pay attention to the fact that you migrated 2 weeks ago. What do you think about New Kingdom, man? Like what seed is it? Like you told me the number of the kingdom the last time, but I didn't exactly check it. Like what type of seed was it? Like is it an A seed, the C seed, the B seed? Like what are we looking at right here? Pollo Saturo, welcome to the stream, brother. How are you doing today? Your mic's good, thank you for the confirmation, I actually appreciate that. Also, Streamlabs, hello, it's the first time in forever that he actually shows up on time, because to anyone who doesn't know, my Streamlabs is the laziest Streamlabs around. He's the laziest bot ever, like he almost never shows up on time, takes him about 5 to 10 minutes to even just wake up. So welcome Discord. I'll say welcome Nightbot. When C was C when I came, but we going for high B, then eventually A. Whew. Okay, so high B is actually really good, but A though, don't you feel like that's a little bit like an overpowering? I guess like you feel like you can manage. Like I don't know, man, but I was on an AC type of kingdom when I first started playing the game, which actually was like 3212, and it was actually like there were 3 main alliances there. So the biggest issue that I saw on an AC kingdom is that first of all there's too many people. So it might be like an AC like 1960, which okay makes sense, but it might also be like type kind of like 1093, you feel me? So there's too many people, so it's really hard to always get the rewards of the passes or other stuff on the KVK map. I spend enough and I have a pilot on for 12 hours a day. I'm chilling. Okay, I guess you do you then. Like if you spend enough, then yeah, AC is definitely not a problem. But for us, I wouldn't say free to play guys, because I'm not free to play anymore. I've actually spent a little bit of money on the game, but I'm spending like $10 to $15 every single month. At least that's my budget, or the way I've calculated my budget. So for me, I would say like a C rank or a B rank at max is like the best place to stay at. If I go any higher, I'm gonna start having trouble. By the way, what job do you even do, man? I feel like we talked about this before. I honestly feel like you told me about this, but I have really huge issues with my memory. Like if you tell me something today about your life, I'm gonna be forgetting about it on the next week or something. It's really hard for me because, okay, it's also because I hear like a lot of stories, so To tell you the truth, I just mix them up, you know. You manage three businesses? Whew, nice. What type of business? Oh, we got a manager in the house. Let's go. That seems like a life, brother. That seems like you're living a life. Congratulations. I mean, I know it's tiring because, well, I got plenty of, well, I got some relatives of mine who are living about the same life, which you're telling me about, at least so far. And those guys just wake up at 5 a.m. and they sleep at 12 p.m. And so it's like 17 hours of work every single day. It's crazy. They have trouble sleeping. Like it ain't that easy. I'm not saying that it's all sunshine and flowers, but hey, it works. Karen accounting. I've been trained accountant since I was 15. Nice, 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 nice. I actually got a friend who does almost the same that you do. His mother basically has an accountant firm, and he low-key inherited it because okay, she isn't like out of the business yet. She's still working there, but it's his to inherit whenever she chooses to retire. So he just followed her footsteps, man. Like his dream was to become his initial dream was to become like the IT guy, kind of like me, but at the end of the day, he actually woke up and was like, hey man, I got like a business here who's worth like hundreds of thousands of dollars. Why would I give it up for to become like the IT guy? And I was like, brother, I feel the same way. Like, I was like, hey, I'm becoming the IT guy because I got nothing. Uh, I mean, I got nothing to inherit basically. But if I had something, I would just follow the footsteps of whatever. So yeah, in the end of the day, he just woke up and he chose to do accounting, which honestly I would have done the same, man. If I had like a if I had like a business worth so much money, I would just choose to inherit that rather than just start all over because it makes no sense for me to throw away all the blessings. And what the hell is it, Liu Che? Yeah, I actually wanted Liu Che. I was I was kind of getting surprised. Like I was thinking to myself, when is this guy gonna change? That's a little bit of me. I'm an idiot. Lol. How did... But yeah, congratulations, man. Like that's actually a really good job. Like I'm well aware of the profile. I know that it's something really worth it. So yeah, congratulations on that. Seems like life is working out well for you. Are you like from the US or something? Like where exactly do you live? What country? Okay, so the plan of today is that we want to finish our bastions as soon as we can, but also see if we can like refresh, get some good stuff out of it. But we want to finish our bastions as soon as possible, and we're gonna like spend the rest of the time just collecting resources for our mobilization event. And while we collect resources, there's no point in just us seeing the map, so we're just gonna watch 1093. So give me about, I'll say, half an hour for me to finish like my bastions and everything, and once we finish that we're gonna go and watch 1093 because right now I really gotta focus on gathering resources for my alliance mobilization event. We are not doing as good as I expected us to do. I don't know why. Maybe it's the KVK and people are like focused elsewhere, but truth being said, we did a lot better. The previous alliance mobilization event, we did a lot better. This time we are just kind of like slacking off. We're going like slower. I don't exactly know what's going on. I see like every single time that I come to like grab a quest or something, I see that there's plenty who are free. Like right now we have like 3 quests. I'm just looking at like the basic quests, which are like the gathering ones. So we're just looking at that, and I'm not seeing that many people be engaged into this one. Now I hope that they just wake up later and just choose violence. But so far, the Alliance Mobilization event, I would say besides me and a couple of other players who are actually going serious about it, it's not exactly getting the necessary the necessary attention, I guess, if I might say so. Is 1093 already another KVK? Yes, brother, it is, and it's actually on 1 versus 3 KVK. We're gonna go and watch it in about half an hour, and it's actually the really interesting KVK. It started about, I would say, it started about like 8 hours or 10 hours ago, something like that, and yeah, 1093 is basically beating everyone off, but it's still interesting to watch because they're at least fighting. So it's not like the last time where everyone just gave up in a second. So there's a lot of fighting going on, but 1093 is definitely dominating. You're from England. Nice, nice, nice. I got a couple of buddies there on London. I don't know where exactly in England you live, but I got a couple of buddies in mine in London. They work on construction. And they tell me that England, unfortunately, it's not the place that it used to be. It's getting a lot worse, but it's still livable. Like compared to Albania, it's definitely a lot better. But they tell me that it's getting worse, like increasing rents, increasing wage, lowering like wages not really changing much. The expenses just going over the roof and everything. Like the prices of housing, the prices um, of the food, of basically everything. So it's kind of like, yeah, it's not exactly the paradise it used to be. And you know what's funny is that I also would have came to like London. Like my initial plan is because okay, I'm from Albania, but like short story, I guess. There was a way for me to get like Greek papers, and if I were to become like a Greek citizen with a Greek passport, technically I am an European Union citizen, so I could just come to the US, and this is like pre-Brexit. This is like pre-Brexit. Like I could have just like came to the US and to the UK, I'm sorry, and just worked there. So my initial plan was actually to come to the UK, but I wasn't able to do the papers fast enough before England exited the European Union. So I just, unfortunately, I failed. But had England not exited the EU, I would have actually been in London right now. So interesting fact. Interesting fact. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually enjoying Albania right now, meaning that the situation here is not as beautiful. It's a lot harder, but it's home. You know, like home is home, man. You just find a way to make it work. I guess it's not perfect. It's not heaven, but you just at the end of the day, I have a good job. I'm working and I'm living near my parents. So if anything, any emergency happens, I'm here to like support them. They're here to support me, whatever. And yeah, so but I would have been to London though. I would have been to London. I live 1 hour 30 or 2 hours away from London. Oh, nice, 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 nice. Yeah, I know that the weather is kind of like unpredictable there, but otherwise, I would have definitely loved the idea of coming to London one day, man. Now I know that normally it's not the best thing to spend stuff like this in here, but I really gotta hurry this one up. See if we are lucky, because I'm really focusing right now on my mob event more than anything else, and I got plenty of crystals to waste at the moment, so I'm not really worried about it. So yeah, just about, I would say like 15 or 20 minutes for me to finish the passions, and after that happens, we are gonna go and watch 1093. How many passions do I have left? About 4, so we are almost over. I feel like the half an hour was actually like a was actually like a wrong timer. We would probably be able to watch 1093 a lot sooner. Oh, wait, what? What's going on, Scutes? Oh, by the way, we had ruins today, but I was unable to join because I was at work. So all I did is that I just entered the game for like a quick second. I left my troops in here, and thankfully we were able to dominate the enemy so hard that my troops were not killed for 2 hours. Like 2 hours, my troops were like right here. Nobody attacked me. Like good job, honestly, good job, my coalition. They actually managed to hold off the enemy to this zone throughout all 2 hours. So it's actually like really good news. And yeah, but I'm hoping that I can join the ruins on the 12th, which is gonna be like Saturday. I feel like I'll be able to join then and fight a little bit and have a lot more fun. But today I wasn't really able to fight. That being said, we are also preparing for a level 7 pass from what I'm noticing. Just from like what I'm noticing. Um, it seems like we will try and fight the wind camp again, because I'm seeing here that we aren't exactly okay. I'm seeing here that we aren't exactly like trying to push too hard. Like we're putting like some main alliances, but mostly we are focusing down here. So I feel like here's where we are going to try and fight. I honestly believe that we are going to try and fight here a lot more than fighting the fire camp. We are just probably just going to defend against the fire and push wind. Like I guess the plan, I'm guessing that the plan is going to be to push wind and just take the level 8 passes from them so that we can actually join Kingsland before they do. Now I'm guessing that fire will try and do the same. Lil Ouch, welcome to the stream, brother. I'm guessing that fire will try the same thing because I see that they are focusing a lot of power down here rather than up here. So I feel like they basically trying to do the same thing, which is focus the biggest amount of power down here, trying to lock water away from Kingsland, just like we are probably going to try and lock wind, I guess. Just, again, I haven't talked to anyone. I don't know what's going to go on. All I'm saying is that from what I'm watching at the map, this is what I'm trying to like understand. Like this is what I'm getting from it, I guess. I feel like we are really going to try and focus wind a lot more than we are going to try and focus the fire camp. Now, if I'm not mistaken, that should happen on the 17th of which is going to be like Thursday next week. So I believe that Thursday next week is the moment that the level 7 passes are going to open, and is the moment that we are actually going to start fighting for real. Like that's when the real fight starts. I know that they say that Kingsland is the real fight, but I believe that the level 7 pass is like the real fight, because at least on a cross map KVK we are basically able to fight both enemies. So if we can just like weaken them before anything happens on the Kingsland, I feel like we just might have the upper hand. On the contrary, if the enemy manages to like weaken us, they will have like the upper hand on the Kingsland. So if it's all about trying to lock each other out, I guess. I don't know, I guess both sides will try and defend, maybe like put up like secondary or like farm alliances, I guess, to just block the road. But still, the strategy is pretty clear in my opinion. But we got like 8 more days. We got 8 more days before Kingsland opens, and yeah, I'm just doing whatever I gotta do, you know. I'm just chilling. Well, I'm not chilling, I'm grinding, I guess, but I'm doing that. I am focusing on my crystal tech, which I'm gonna be honest, I'm not really spending any speed ups on my crystal tech just yet, because I really need to focus on my regular tech. So this KVK will also be one of those where I don't exactly focus so hard on the crystal tech that it's gonna buff me like insanely too much. So it's not gonna be like my best KVK ever, not until I finish my normal tech, and that's when I can actually like use my speed ups, my research speed ups for my crystal tech, which is actually gonna buff me up by quite a margin. So I feel like this KVK is gonna be like really normal. It's going a lot better than the last KVKs. Like I said, to anyone who knows my journey, they know that KVK 1 I did 7 million kill points, KVK 2 I did 7 million kill points, KVK 3 I did 15 million kill points, bumping me up to 30. KVK 4 I did 35 million kill points, bumping me to up to like 65 million kill points, and then right now I'm at 45 million kill points this KVK alone. So my account is definitely going a lot better, but it's not, I really cannot hard focus the crystal tech this KVK either. Like I really cannot do that until I finish my normal tech, because I need to push hard towards my tier 5. So once we do that, once I unlock my tier 5s, I can actually save plenty of research speed ups in order to keep buffing my crystal tech a lot harder. Because right now I'm honestly, I haven't used any more than about 2 or 3 days of speed ups on my crystal tech. I'm just letting it grow like naturally, which is gonna make you a little bit weaker on the level 7 passes, but I'm actually prepared to do that, because I'm looking at the long term. Like I'm looking like this, like long term is gonna help me a lot more than short term. Scoots, hey, welcome to the stream, brother. How are you doing today? Why are you complaining about forts? What's wrong? Who's dying? Tell me the bad news. We dominate the win so hard. I know, man. Okay, I don't know because I only logged in for like a second. I logged in. I left my troops like right here. I was saying excuse that thing, man. Like I'm sorry. I was saying Lilo. Just that like uh we were fighting. We were fighting like we were doing like the goddamn it the ruins in here, and I just logged in because I was at work. I logged in for like a second. I left my troops right here, like literally right here, and I left them. And 2 hours later, I just log in and I see that my troops were still here. Like we throughout the whole 2 hours, we were able to log the enemy in here to the point where nobody actually disturbed my troops. It's actually crazy, man. But I actually got 2 hours worth of ruin rewards without even logging in. Like I was AFK ruining. Like that's how good the fight was against the wind camp. So good job, man. Honestly, good job to our coalition. We definitely dominated the ruins today. Without like I was literally AFK, man. I was like, hey, if my troops die, they die. I just sent my CPO there with 200k, and I was like, if he dies, he dies. 8 days for everyone to fill their zones with flags. True, true, man. Yes, we got only 8 days left, and then it's like the big moment. I guess that's when we're gonna decide if we win or lose. Because when level 7 passes open, we are actually gonna realize who the strongest coalition is. I have 3k days of research speedups once, so god damn it, that's a lot, man. Is that like a way to convert research speedups into like general speedups, just like there is for like building ones? Because with building speedups at the beginning of each KVK, you have the option to just like pass them over. Saw some MFers with 40 million kill point trades. Yeah, I saw some of those too when I actually came home, man. Once I finished my work, I logged into the game, and yeah, I actually saw some people just having some really good kill points from that, which it sucks for me because I really wanted to join, but I was at work. I couldn't do much about it. I really wanted to join though. I actually really want to join, but being at work, I just could not just leave work and play Rise of Kingdoms. They would just fire me on the spot, as they should, honestly. Surely Wind is pretty demotivated at this point already. Yeah, honestly, I believe that Wind has basically realized right now that they cannot fight us. They're still gonna try for the level 7 passes. They're gonna still try and fight us, but this is what I'm talking about. Like, the KVK is 80%. It's 80% like I would say like what do you call it? What's the word? It's more in the mind, because I believe that the wind camp it's kind of like a psychological battle. A KVK is a psychological battle. If you beat your enemy early on so hard that they believe they have no more shot, they are not gonna even try anymore. Like 50% of the people who normally fought for level 4 or level 5 zones were actually showed up today, from what I watched. 50% of the people, the rest just left, man. The rest, like, I saw a huge margin of the wind camp actually just going here. Like, they actually went here. Like, they fought a little bit up here and they just went in here. They were like, nah, man, we cannot fight those guys. Like, they immediately just made the decision that they cannot fight us. So a KVK is actually like really psychological. If you convince your enemy that they are going to lose anyway, they are not even going to bother to fight. So this is why it's so important to actually have early wins. Nope, you just have to sit there with my effing research speedups. Man, that's like the worst, honestly. But then again, I'm guessing that every KVK you're probably like maxing out your crystal tech and everything, just because of having so many speedups. Because even if I use most of my speedups right now, I'm not sure that I can max out my crystal tech. Like, I don't have enough because I'm really using my speedups right now to work on my regular tech. So I'm actually like liking those. I got muted. Well, you're pretty heated, man. Like, you are honestly pretty heated on the KVK chat. Like, what is wrong with you? As the king, you should be calm and like I don't know, like, you should set an example for everyone. Meanwhile, you're setting an example by calling everyone the N-word. That's not smart. Now, just kidding. He didn't call anyone the N-word, but god damn it, he's really rude to people. Like the guy just shows up on the Lost Kingdom chat with holding both his like middle fingers. He's like, "F everyone, I'm the king. I shit on you," and he's like, "Well, I got muted." It's kind of like, yeah, technically it's gonna happen, man. They still have a good chance if they play smarter and make a mistake. Yeah, technically yes, because let's be honest, wind is not that weak. Like wind and water can fight with each other, and we are definitely gonna have a tough fight versus fire. So technically, wind is really demoralized to fight us, so they might not fight us, but they are definitely gonna show up if it's like to fight water. So I'm really certain that they will actually fight water on the level 7 passes. So in my opinion, you're definitely right when you say that this KVK is long from over. Like, Wind is demoralized to fight the Earth Camp at this point. Like, they are not gonna fight us as hard as they were fighting at the beginning because they know that they cannot beat us. But they don't feel the same way. They do not feel the same way towards towards the water camp. And we don't feel the same way towards the fire camp. So if you're gonna fight the fire, we are not gonna be so I guess so we're not gonna be so what's the goddamn word, man, so convinced in ourselves that we can actually beat them. Like, we do have that self-doubt that against fire camp it's gonna be a tough fight. Best way to win in KVK: mute the war leader. Like, I just can't tell VIP support unmuted because I'm king. Of course you cannot, man. Our allies held up pretty well against fire, not gonna lie. It took fire about 1 hour and 30 minutes to capture their ruins. Yeah, true. Okay, like from what they told me, because I was in the chat later, and from what I read, water actually had a really good fight against fire. Like, I'm loving the way that water is just not giving up on the fights. Those guys might be like a little bit weaker than us, but they are definitely have a strong determination to win this this KVK. So I'm actually liking that shit. Like, right now it's up to us as the bigger camp to fight and weaken fire to the point where we can win the KVK. But god damn it, water has been putting in the work, man. Like, water has been weakening fire so much, it's actually crazy. Even though, of course, they have been weakening themselves as well, because they are taking double the losses. But they are doing it though. Like, they're actually pushing. Don't worry, I got muted every KVK and that message VIP support on 2 accounts, and bam, I'm unmuted. Water instead, why is the smallest? Yeah, but they've been putting up a really good fight. They've been putting up a really good fight, man. They probably are like, I'm guessing, the 3rd strongest camp, in my opinion. Like, if we go into like practice, I believe that it's us or fire who's fighting for like the 1st rank, and then it's definitely water, and like wind right now is like the weakest camp ever at the moment, in my opinion. Like, if water and wind fight right now, water is gonna win. I don't know why I have this conviction, but I believe that water right now is in a really good place, to the point where even wind cannot challenge them. Like, god damn it, they are giving trouble to the fire camp, man. And the fire camp is extremely strong. If we go like in paper, the fire camp should basically be rag-rolling the water camp, but it's not happening. Like, they are actually putting up a really good fight. Of course, they're being pushed back, but hey, it's something. I will talk shit regardless if we win or lose. Careful now, you might get your account banned or something. Wind is definitely worse right now. They already lost a couple players after their first loss. Yeah, I believe it was you who told me that they lost one of the main guys, like the strongest, the guy with 230 billion kill points or something. I believe it was you who told me that there was a guy in here who was 30 billion kill points from the wind camp, and he actually left. I mean, it's good. It's good, man, because I really want to win this KVK. Because, okay, you know what's funny? Not to feel like I'm really happy about it, but both 31, like, okay, my previous alliances won, man. So 31-52 actually won. The alliance that I actually left to come in here actually won KVK, and I'm not gonna lie, man, I thought that they would never be winning KVK. Like, they were not exactly in the best spot. After they lost the last KVK, a lot of people migrated out. Like, a really huge migration happened, and they just were not even worth it anymore to be playing. Like to the point where we did the alliance mobilization event, and we only got like level 8 there. So I was like, this kingdom is basically done. And now I see that they won KVK, man. So I really want to win KVK here too. Alright, I'm gonna head out for night. I gotta be awake at like 5 a.m. Brother, take care and thank you for stopping by, man. As always, I appreciate you. And I hope that everything goes well into the new kingdom. Keep me updated. See ya. But yeah, crazy when you think about it. How much more Bastion's quest do I have right now? I have 3 more that I gotta do. Once I finish this quest, the reason I cannot by the way, Scutes, can we like push people a little bit more on the alliance mobilization event? What do you think, man? Because I feel like I don't feel like anyone is focusing on this right now. Every single time that I come in here to find like a quest, there's about 3 or 4 quests which are basically like available. I'm talking about gathering ones, which are like free basically. So maybe you should like send an email to the alliance, just tell them to like focus a little bit on the alliance mobilization event. Right now I am at 8 quests, I believe. So, well, 7 out of 8 because I'm doing the 8th, and I got 2 more to do, and I should be finishing at about 1400 quests, 1400 points or something, either 1400 or 1500 points. But I would really love it if, just like the last time, we could at least go to like level 12 or 13. It would be amazing because there's level 12 has some really nice pants, man. I want to get my hands on them. So if possible, like maybe we can like just push people a little bit more, tell them to focus a little bit on the alliance mobilization event while we still got time, because 4 days from now, I know that like we are on a KVK and there's like other priorities as well, but if we can. It would be nice. You are at the exact same point as my alliance? Wait, what? I mean, right now we are having, if you go to like the alliance rank, the last time we finished first place, but we are at the higher seed right now, I would feel like, because 3251 is an A seed, 3208 is an A seed with Itachi in it, 1818 also an A seed. Now these kingdoms I don't really know much about. 3060 is an Imperium, if I'm not mistaken. 3397, I have 0 information on it, but we are in a very like, claiming first place is impossible. But I don't exactly want to claim the first place though. All I want to do right now is for us to gain like level 12 or 13, because I feel like there's a lot of amazing rewards to lose there. Alliance mobilization is impossible to train for members to do unless you're a big kingdom. Well, we actually did really well the last time, so what I'm trying to say is that it's not like within our it's not like outside of our capabilities to do it, you know. I feel like a lot of people are just not trying to do it, but because we tried last time and we actually did really well, like we got level 13 or 14, like the rewards were awesome, you know. Okay, I'm not saying that we should be performing miracles, man, but maybe just like remind people or just hype them up about it or something, if that's possible, of course, because I'm not trying to push anyone. I've typed like about 2 or 3 times on the chat about how I believe that we should be pushing on the alliance mobilization event, but yeah, I don't know if anyone's reading those. Just personally, I'm really keen on the rewards. Like every single event that we do, I'm really trying to reap the rewards of every single event right now. Like I'm really trying to do everything right. Daily gathering completed. Spreading civilization, I cannot do this right now because I need to like teleport myself into the zone 7, but if I teleport there, it's gonna be a little bit harder for me to change. So for now, I'm gonna keep myself on the zone 4. But Siroli completed. Kurok almost done, 6 more levels. Mightiest Governor completed for the day. The alliance, I'm trying the Champions of Olympia. Okay, I'm waiting on that. I've also done most of this stuff as well. I'm waiting to get 200. By the way, this is amazing, man. This is the first time that I'm noticing that I can just buy so much AP just by coming in here. So right now I'm not even gambling anymore. I'm just getting this rewards from this one and just going here buying AP points. Like those AP points are really gonna help me out on the next KVK. I don't remember how many AP points I had. Oh, by the way, I checked how many speed ups I had. I have 950 days of general speed ups. Can you believe that? So I would say that I'm doing really good on that. Maybe like in couple of months or something, I can actually push for a zenith of power or something. Well, not a couple of months, maybe like a year or something, because I would feel like I need at least like 10 years of speed ups to participate into zenith of power. You want to bet this week? Honestly, man, I'm really bad at betting. Like every single time that I go for something that seems certain, it just doesn't work out. So right now I'm just completing my quests and just buying stuff. Like I don't even want to bet. I'm just going for I just complete this one and I go and buy the stuff. Bet on Hey JK, they're a really great bet. Okay. Let's see. Alright, I'll trust you on this one, whatever. I'll bet 120 on the Hey JK. We'll see how it does, but I'm telling you, I have the worst of luck when it comes to betting. So I feel like I just wasted 120 points, but whatever. Okay, let's get this stuff over with. And Kahar as well. That ruins actually served me pretty well because I was like ranked 900 in honor roll and now I'm like ranked 660. So I gained about 200 ranks just by being part of the ruins, which is crazy, which is honestly crazy. I'm gonna put 40% of my points on them too. Like I said, man, I found it a lot more beneficial to just complete the quests and just buy stuff. Like right now, right now I really want to get my hands on three remaining action point bottles. Like I bought about 7 of those, so if every single Grand Prix event that we have I get about 10,000 AP points, it's actually really beneficial for me. Because 10,000 AP points in the pre-KVK can actually make like quite a difference. And just imagine, like it happens about 3 or 4 times every KVK that we do, so technically I'm gonna be having about 40,000 AP points extra just from the Grand Prix alone. That's how amazing it is. Like I was doing some calculations in my head and I was like, okay, I actually found a really good thing to do in here. Like that's a really good hack. Now I don't know if I'll be able to beat the level 44, but I'll give it a shot. I know that there's like people on YouTube who basically do nothing else but just show up. Oh, okay, nice. I know there's like people on YouTube who do nothing but just show up and they just like do like literally research. Like we're talking about real research on the betting. Like they just show up and they like full videos of themselves being like, okay, this is why Hey JK is gonna win against this guy, this is why this guy's gonna lose against this guy, this is why they're gonna win against this. So man, I know there's like I know if you're like smart you can make a lot of points in here, which is gonna double the rewards, but it's kind of like it's a gamble. At the end of the day, it's a gamble. So I'll tell you my bets every week. Are you winning though? Are you winning though? Like are you at least winning? Because I don't want to know your bets if all you're doing is losing, man. Are you at least winning? Okay, I'm not gonna lie, man. So I put a lot of points on my bar damage right here on my barb reports, and it's been helping me so much. Like the chains are going so much better. I'm chaining 3 to 4 barbs, and that's with tier 4s, and my CPO, which is, let's be honest about it, it's not the right champion for the job. So it's actually been going a lot better because I'm I'm getting a lot more points and a lot more crystals by chaining than I would be ever be getting if I weren't chaining. Even though the honor points are about the same, like if you kill a barb who's level 51 or something, you're gonna be getting like 20 points. So if I kill this one, I'm gonna be getting 20 honor points. If I kill like these two right here, where are you? Like if I kill this two right here, I'm gonna be getting 26 honor points, but I'll be getting double the action points though. I mean double the crystals. So chaining is actually really beneficial. I was doing some simple math only to realize that I would be losing about years of speed ups if I weren't chaining. Okay, let's defeat Kahar. Where are you? I'll also bet on 466S and 22 UW, risky but high returns. Let me check on that. So you will bet on this one and this one right here, like you believe that these guys can beat 1093. I don't know, man. You're definitely right when you say it's risky returns. I don't believe that's even possible, but I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Like, let me tell you this much, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, but I don't believe that to even be possible. Personally, I don't think that's even possible, man. Didi, hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the stream, my brother. How are you doing today? How's your gaming going? So Lilouch, I was doing some, also Didi, like I was doing some calculations yesterday, just like simple calculations. And I believe that I can get VIP 14, like if I also buy the growth fund. I believe that if I buy the growth fund, I will be able to get VIP 14 before the end of this KVK. And once I finish getting VIP 14, I feel like I'll stop there, even though like VIP 15 is really huge, but I will be stopping there for like a second. Instead, I will like hard focus, like I'll need to gather 60,000 gems for me to upgrade everything from my incoming tier 5. So I'll be focusing on my tier 5s after VIP 14. And after I finish on my tier 5, which is going to take a while of course, but after I finish on that one, I'll focus my gems on getting some really good items for my CPO. And once I finish on my CPO, I will just focus on getting my VIP 15. So this is kind of like the path that I'm trying to take with my gems right now. I don't know if it makes sense, but this is what I'm trying to do. How are you doing? I'm doing good, man. I'm just honestly, I took my time. Like I haven't been streaming for the last couple of days as much as I wanted to, but I've been watching around YouTube, just trying to get a feel of the game, trying to understand stuff like a little bit deeper, or understanding my strategy, what I want to do, where I want to go. So as I was saying, this is like the strategy that I'm coming up with, at least like my priorities right now. My first priority right now is get VIP 14, and it's definitely doable. Like I'm so close to it because I'm gonna be getting 80,000 gems from my growth fund alone, so that puts me at 607,000. Yeah, 607,000 AP points. I'm sorry, VIP points. So that means that I'm only 70,000 away. Now I already have 50,000 in here. So all I need is 18. All I need is 18,000 more gems, and I can actually be done with VIP 15. VIP 14. So I don't know what you guys think about this, but I feel like it's huge. I feel like I'm actually really close to VIP 14 right now. So I've been fighting for this shit for my past 4 months, and I'm actually almost there. So 18,000 more gems. Yeah, I'll be checking this thing out in a moment, brother. As soon as I finish my... Actually, I finished. What am I talking about? Yeah, we will actually be going to 93 right now. We will be spectating 93 right now, because that was the plan all along. I finished my bastions. Let me double check if I finished everything. But I believe I did. Yes, I finished my bastions, so we should be good now. It's time for me to go and check 93. If they beat 93T, nobody's gonna beat 93T. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I watched that KVK like 10 hours ago. I was looking at it. Nobody can beat 93T. I'm sorry to say this. Like, we will be watching at that right now, but nobody can beat it. I'm sorry, like, to disappoint you, brother. If they then international servers would pack up and go home. Like I said, man, they are not gonna be beating 93T. They're just too powerful. They are just too powerful. Look at this, like, they have pushed them so goddamn hard, it's almost insane. I mean Grand Prix. Oh, you mean in Grand Prix? Yeah, in Grand Prix it's possible, maybe, but in the KVK, it ain't gonna happen, man. 93T is dominating, no matter how I see it. These guys are just dominating right now. I don't even know, like, I feel sorry for, like, these guys are putting up a really good fight, so I cannot be like, I cannot judge them. But yeah, they just cannot win, man. They just cannot win. Like, they just keep burning the enemy, pushing them back. These guys are trying, like, they are all like A-seed. I'm aware of like, look at this, like, this guy, it's actually like really sad when you think about the fact that these are the winners of KVK 2, 3 and 4. They were thinking about coming for the 4th win, and they see 1093, and they just realized their win streak is broken. It's over. I think there might be 3 kingdoms now who might be able to beat them now. No way. Who do you believe can beat 93T, man? Like, these guys are not as weak as you believe they are. I know that they lost a lot of members because they are like an Imperium and they cannot get new members and everything, but god, I don't believe that 1093 is in a weak spot, man. In my opinion, they're still top 1. Impossible to beat, in my opinion. If people don't join like forces, it's impossible to beat. In my opinion, no kingdom can beat 1093 1v1 right now in a KVK. I'm sorry to say that. Like, I'm really sorry to say that, but there's a bigger fight. I know, man, but if you see this fight, it's actually really sad because you realize it's really one-sided. The one that I was watching right here, the one that we were looking at it here, is actually like a little bit more fun because it seems like the enemy has a little bit more chance. Like, I don't know, man, but I feel a lot better looking at this one, which is like a weaker fight. I'm sorry, I'm talking about this one. But you feel like the enemy in here at least has a shot. Because the one that you're sending me, like, it's kind of like, it's really demoralizing. 1960, 2377 and 2489 have a good chance. 1960 has 70% chance. Okay, I'll take that. I'll take it. Like, if you were to say that 1960 has 100% chance to win against 1093, I would call you bullshit on that. I would be like, that's cap. But if you mean like 70% chance to win, yeah, I would agree with that. Like, 1960 has a shot. But 1093 remain favorites though. I'm sorry to say this, but 1093 actually remain favorites. 2 KVKs ago, these guys actually convinced the whole world that they are the strongest kingdom out there, and they still remain in rank number 1. They lost it 2 versus 1 against 1960 and 2489, true, but at the end of the day, it was a 2 versus 1. 1960 just, in my opinion, in my personal opinion, still cannot handle these guys. Like, in my personal opinion, I don't believe that 1093 can handle. I'm sorry, 1960 can even handle these guys. But now 1093 has only 2 alliances. 1960 have a good chance for sure. Yeah, like I said, man, I'm aware that 1093 actually is a lot weaker version of what they were 2 KVKs ago. Like, I'm aware of all the members that just are like dead weight on 93 right now. But what I'm trying to say is that they are still not at the point where, in my opinion, 1960 can like take them. In my opinion, I believe that 1 versus 1, they're still undisputed. On a 1 versus 2, now then, yeah, you might be right. There's a high chance that on 1 versus 2, 1093 just lose, just like they lost. But on 1v1, it just it doesn't convince me that it's even possible for one of these kingdoms to be giving trouble to 1093. I guess we'll never know until they fight out. True. Other big kingdoms have 1 alliance. The thing about 93 is they have 2 big alliances, not just 1. True. Now the problem with that, which is probably why I would probably never go, like I could see myself going into a single alliance kingdom, but I don't see myself going into 2 alliance kingdom. The reason as to why I wouldn't go into 2 alliance kingdom, at least right now, is because in a KVK you cannot, not all members can reap all the rewards, which is actually like a problem, because if you get like a pass and there's like 2000 gems to be earned from that pass, I want to be getting those 2000 gems. Now if the kingdom actually has 2 alliances, only a good part of the members will be getting, only like the members on the alliance 1 will be getting the reward, and the guys on the alliance 2 will not be getting it. I faced this issue when I started playing Rise of Kingdoms and I was in 3212. 3212 was started with the premises of being an Imperium future kingdom. So they started with 3 main alliances, not 1, not 2, 3 main alliances, just like 1093. And at the end of the day, most of the people migrated out just because they realized that it was impossible to grow in 3212 because of the fact that they could not be getting the rewards. Like, there was an MGE, you wanted the rewards, it was impossible. There was like another type of event, it was impossible, you know. So you literally had to compete with within your own kingdom for the rewards. So mono alliance kingdoms are actually really good for the game right now. The way the meta works, only kingdoms with 1 alliance are actually viable and actually worth to go into. If there's 2 alliances, in my opinion, don't bother. Like, it's just not if you want to grow. Like, if you're like a whale and you don't give a shit about those 2000 gems like 1093 is, it makes sense, because these guys don't care about 2000 gems from the past. They don't care about bullshit rewards. They buy, like, they literally buy their way out of everything. So for them, it doesn't really, they don't really care too much. But if you're like a guy who's like free to play or a low spender and you really do care about getting those 2000 gems, yeah, you do care a lot about being in the alliance, which actually gets the 2000 gems. And if you are left out, it's a huge problem for you. My kingdom in KVK2 had like 8 full alliances. Shit. Nah, that's brother, that's rape. I'm sorry to say it, but that's rape, like right there. Like that's literally rape. I would have never stayed. I'm sorry to say this, but I would have never stayed in an alliance, in a kingdom with 8 main alliances. Not the me right now who knows the game a little bit more, because whenever I was young into Rise of Kingdoms, I knew nothing, so of course everything felt good. But now that I understand a little bit more, I realize that wait a minute, it's not as easy as I want to believe it is. $33.94 has a 10 billion power alliance there in KVK 3. I mean, if it's only one alliance, it makes sense, okay? Like, if it's only one alliance, it makes sense. If it's 2 alliances, that's where the problem lies, because you cannot... Listen, man, you cannot just go to your members and be like, hey, man, not everyone will be getting the reward. It's kind of like, hey, I'm part of this kingdom. I'm pushing, like I'm fighting for these rewards, and now you are telling me that I will not be getting them? Like, no, you wouldn't be taking that for an answer, you know? So if it's one alliance, it's not an issue. If it's more than one alliance, now that's where the problem lies. Oh, but don't... Okay, we actually watching just 1093, brother. We are actually just watching 1093 right now, I'm sorry. Yeah, I've seen this KVK, but we are just watching 1093 right now. I've also seen this thing. Where do you see the problem in this one? Like, where do you see the problem with the kingdom having only one alliance? Because personally, I feel like there's no issue in this one. They have a 4 billion power alliance too. Okay, now that's an issue. Like I said, like if there's more than one alliance, then there's issues. If all the main accounts are within one alliance, then everything's fine, everything's peachy. Now, whenever or not they are members who can pull out their weight, that's another discussion, but at the very least, the fact that they are part of one alliance and all of them could get the rewards, we are good so far on that department. 10 billion power in KVK 3 is huge. I mean, yeah, it is, but it definitely is. But what's the problem with that? You know, you're just gonna be an Imperium. Like, are you prepared to be an Imperium kingdom? Maybe, possibly. Well, not an Imperium. You'll probably be like an A seed because you cannot be an Imperium with 10 billion power. But because I believe that the gate to Imperium is 20 billion or something as a kingdom, if I'm not mistaken, and the gate to an A seed is about 12 billion power. So 12 billion power as a kingdom gets you an A seed, and 20 billion power as a kingdom gets you like Imperium. Now we're talking in terms of like kingdoms, not main alliances. $18 or $19 I think is for Imperium. My kingdom used to be 20 billion and made A seed back in the day. Yeah, but that's back in the day. Like right now, A seed is about 11 to 12 billion power. Like if the kingdom is over 11 or 12 billion power, it's automatically an A seed. If it goes like over that, if it goes to like 20 billion power, then yeah, that it's automatically an Imperium. At least from like some statistics that I saw and from some discussions that I saw into like other videos or stuff, they were like, at least those were like the numbers that they were providing. Now I might be wrong on that, quote me if I'm wrong, but I believe that 20 billion is like um the the gate to being an Imperium kingdom. Hi mom on YouTube. Hello man, what up? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today, man? I believe I saw you at, wait a minute, let me think about it. Was it Pluto Gaming? I believe I was watching Pluto Gaming a little bit before. I'm pretty sure that I saw you into the Pluto Gaming stream, brother. Okay, so we good in that. Let's go and see 93 again. Imperials will probably get bigger again after the new migration update. True. True, but they still don't solve some of the issues, you know? Because the problem with Imperiums, it's not the problem that you have an Imperium kingdom, is that they are really struggling with matchmaking. Like, guys remember 1254? 1254 was actually a kingdom which was like Imperium back in the day. And the reason that they stopped existing is because they went almost a full year without the KVK. So imagine being a player of Rise of Kingdoms and not fighting for a full year. Just how much would you hate the game? Like, of course you would migrate, you know? So the problem with Imperium Kingdoms is that they just cannot fight exciting KVKs. Like this right now, it's not an exciting KVK, man. These guys will hold out for like 6 hours, 12 hours, at least at max go like a day. They will just burn out because they are not Imperium. These guys are not Imperium, or if they are not the level of 1093. Even in a 1 versus 3, even in 1 versus 3 case, which 93 is right now, it's still a boring KVK for these guys. Like, these guys want action, and I'm sorry to say that the whole kingdom is not as powerful as they are. So the problem with Imperium kingdoms is that, look at this, just look at this, like they're crushing it. They are crushing 2 other coalitions, and they will be crushing the 3rd one as well, as if it's nothing. So this is kind of like what I'm talking about. This is kind of like, the problem is not having an Imperium kingdom. The problem is, as an Imperium kingdom, you cannot fight exciting KVK, so most of the kingdoms basically die on their own. They get boring, it's not fun to be there anymore, they just get like dispersed. I'm playing Fortnite and listening to the stream. Well, that's a life hack. That's a life hack, brother. I wish more people could do that. We might be turning this one into a radio stream. It's gonna be a lot better, don't you think? I appreciate that, brother. I appreciate that. Yeah, 1254 was crazy. It was. It actually was. And then they died in the middle of their KVK with 1365. Yes, I actually looked back because I heard about them. Like, I believe it was like on a Discord server. I don't remember if it was like content creator Discord server or somewhere. I don't honestly remember that. But I basically fell into a discussion about 1254. I googled them. I watched a whole video about their story about 1254, and I just realized just how crazy their story was when you think about it. A kingdom, an Imperium kingdom so powerful that they were like unbeatable, and they basically got self-destroyed because of the way the meta works. So yeah, like, it's kind of like, what are you gonna do? A way to solve that is to match with other Imperiums. Yes, but there are no other Imperiums to match. Like 1093, it kind of like gets boring, man. It actually gets boring when you think about it, because 1093 fought 1960 like twice. How many times will you be fighting like the same kingdom? Doesn't it get boring? Like, hey, we're gonna be fighting these guys again. We're 1-1. Let's see who goes 2-1. You know, like, it's kind of like, you want to have that. I guess. How can I call it? You want to have that options, man. You want to be fighting new enemies. new exciting people. Like you wanna do something different. That's why the game is for. It's not about doing the same regular thing all over again, otherwise it's just work. 1254 is still an A seed. Imagine if all the inactive accounts that are woke up, they'd be straight up to Imperium again. True, but they won't wake up because they just got bored of the game, because they went into a kingdom which was like crazy Imperium, and they just could not get good KVKs, to the point where the game got boring because they were like training and training and training, and for what? For no KVK. So at the end of the day, yeah. Also 1034, I believe 1034 was a big thing about a year ago or something like that, and I remember 1034, meaning that it happened during my era as a player of Rise of Kingdoms. 1034 was a thing about a year ago or something, if I'm not mistaken. So I remember them really well. They have like a 6 billion power alliance and high A seed. 1846, pre-Imperium dead. 1v fall off was crazy. Yeah. They still at it, or they try to betray. it's impossible, man. Like once a kingdom falls off, it's really impossible to just get rid of, like, especially like Imperium kingdoms. How much cleaning do you have to do? Just how much cleaning do you have to do before your kingdom is working again? Like there should be like a solution to dead weight. There honestly should be like a solution to dead weight. I don't know what the solution is, but there should be a solution to it. JWM comeback when? I don't remember those guys. Was JWM from where exactly? I remember the old rock saying, if it's KVK, bet on GT, and if it's AOO, bet on 1v. Yeah, I remember that. I remember 1v as well. JWM though, I do not remember those guys. Like, what are we talking about? Like, what exactly is JWM from? I'm really curious to know a little bit more about them. Pretty much the 60 GT 3 plus years ago, I forgot the kingdom. Well, we can just look it up, like on Google, like JWM rock. Okay, so JWM, from what I'm looking at in here, seems like it's from Kingdom. Let me just take a look at this one. Like from they tell me that JWM is from 1059. Yeah, so it seems like it was from 1059. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it says 1059 or 1052. But I believe that 1051 was like the option that I found the most. Yeah, I honestly I'd never heard about them. I'm not gonna lie. They're a new notion for me. But point is, and it stands, that being an Imperium, there's really nothing fun about it. Like I was like, I came after work today and I was eating something quickly before I like went to sleep, and I was watching the Pluto Gaming stream for like half an hour, and they were talking just about that, and I remember that I typed, I was like, I would rather be into an C rank or B rank type of kingdom and have an interesting KVK that go into 1093 and have a boring KVK. So point is, there's no fun in being in 1093 right now. I'm sorry to say this, but there's no fun. Like, yeah, you are into the most powerful alliance in the king and the most powerful kingdom out of them all. You are like the reigning kings, but at the end of the day, you know damn well that you are too powerful for your peers. So whoever you fight, the KVK is not going to be exciting. It's going to be a boring one. So at the end of the day, you want to be challenged. Like, you push so hard into the game because you want to be challenged at the end of the day. Like, you want to have an interesting KVK, you want to get those kills, you want to get those rewards, you want to get those achievements, you want to be like, hey man, I killed 10, 15 billion troops this KVK alone. And then you just realize that the KVK is going to be boring. 1960 chose to register with A seeds. I know, brother, because there was a shot that we could be fighting 1960. Like, 1960 actually went to register with A seeds the same time that we registered for KVK. And they, if correct me if I'm wrong, but they also went for the same type of KVK that we went. So there was a shot that we were going to be fighting 1960, and I remember that I said I'm excited and terrified at the same time of fighting those guys. And looking at 1093 right now, fighting these A seeds, making them look like they're like peasants or something, I completely understand just how much we would have suffered if we were to fight 1960. They should mix Chinese servers with international, would be mad fun. Honestly, it's the first time that I hear about Chinese servers, like I heard about 2 days ago from you, so either you or Lilouch. So I don't really have much information about the Chinese servers, whenever, like, how big, powerful, or how they work. Like, you told me the last time, I believe that you told me that it's not the Imperium system, so I don't exactly understand what that means in terms of, does it mean they have like free migration and they can just get as many members as they want, even if they're like the strongest? We need 1093 versus 1365 1v1, not gonna lie. Do you actually believe that 1365 is a challenge in 1093? Because I watch 12-inch PvPness like a lot, man, and I'm gonna be honest. Looking at the stats of 3065, I just still believe that they are just worlds apart. 3065 would beat the living shit out of us, but 1093 is just like on a whole other league, man. Like, I'm not trying to like push down, or I'm trying to make 1365 as if they're like not strong as a kingdom. They are extremely tough, but 1093 is just on a whole new level, man. Look at the Grand Prix. GU16 and 466S are their top 2 alliances. Oh yeah, you know my opinion. Like, we can watch it. I cannot because we're like spectating right now. But as I was saying, you know my opinion about the Grand Prix or any Arc of Osiris or any other event besides the main KVK. I really do believe that they just don't exactly like represent the real state. Like, they just do not represent like the real state of like two kingdoms. Like, it's another type of event, you feel me? You have 30 versus 30, like the numbers are limited, the rules of the game are limited, the way it works are limited, you're like on a timer. It's just not exactly like the KVK. There's no such thing as building, strategy going, downtime, uptime. So it doesn't exactly like, it's just like a speculation of, it's just like another type of a game, I guess. It's like a game inside the game, but I won't say that because a kingdom wins versus another kingdom in the Grand Prix, it automatically wins in the KVK. Excuse me. The Grand Prix is the only way for us to see their alliances, though. True. Like, I understand what you mean. I understand what you mean with that. Man, I've been looking at this KVK for the last 20 minutes, and I'm telling you, I'm barely watching any sad faces from 1093. Like, barely watching any. This might be like the first time that I see more green, more gray than I see blue on the map. And I know it's kind of like a moment before the like the regather or something, but finally, it seems like Gray might just be getting some kills in here. That being said, I'm gonna be honest. If I were on this KVK, also thank you for the likes, guys. I just noticed that we got 4 likes, so thank you. As I was saying, being in this KVK, if I had a choice, I would rather be with these guys than with 1093, because for these guys, the KVK is a lot more exciting. They will 100% lose, don't get me wrong, but it's a lot more exciting. In 1093, man, it's kind of like chasing, it's kind of like 10 wolves chasing a rabbit. You feel me? Like, it's just like the rewards is not big enough for everyone to get fed on. Too few people to kill, it's not worth it. Like, I was watching at the KVK after work, like I said, when I was eating before sleep, and I saw I believe it was like 10 or 15 marches of 1093, which basically were like 3 people. Like 3 people from 1093 were basically pushing a whole ball of the enemy lines. 15 people, I repeat, 15 people, 15 marches from 1093 while pushing the whole coalition back. I was like, what the hell is even that, man? Yeah, like look at this. This is like they're just running away at this point. No, they don't even want to fight, man. They just want to get it over with. They're like, let's go home. 1365 and 2377 will register for KVK together soon. Who do you think you have your bets on? Honestly, I have to look at both of them because I've seen 1365. I haven't seen 2377 as much as I would want to. So let me just have a double look on both of them, honestly. I really have to double look on them. Okay. Let's see at JST what they're doing. So far at 14 billion. Is there like a way for me to be seeing how many kill points I have? Not really, unless I go to the flash tool. So I'll have to go there. I'll go to the flash tool soon. Let's see the members. It's pretty much like the same people. I get like a rough spot, I guess. Okay, if I'm not mistaken, they are just like mono lines. So this one is basically like more of a farm account rather than like real lines. So going to 2377. Oh, my bad, my bad, my bad. My bad. PM. G16, 18.6 billion power. International is 1365, their second alliance. You missed it. Oh, actually I did. You're right about that. And just check this thing out. So this is like the Chinese alliances. No, this is not Chinese alliances. This is like the normal alliances. Where do you exactly see the international? Also, excuse you know 50% battery power, man. Recharge, recharge, recharge. Uh, all example difference China from international. Capped at 39 billion? Wait, what? Oh man, this is yeah. Yeah, like the numbers are definitely crazy. Yeah, I'm seeing that. I'm seeing that right now, man. Best pay for chaining. What is Yasin telling me? Coca-Cola with Theodora. Thank you. Also, Yasin, welcome to the stream, brother. Welcome to the stream. So, if you were to like see them, I guess on paper, 1365 wins. On paper, though. On paper. Now, we honestly have to see if... Let's see what these guys are up to. 11-1. Who did they lose against? Can someone actually tell me? Anyway, good night, brother. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you, man. Have a good night. Question: who did they lose against? Anyone knows? I don't exactly remember the state. From what I seen, 2377 is a mono alliance because I'm not exactly seeing much being done in the other parts. So 1365 is a double alliance, and these guys are mono alliance, right? Like that's really not giving me good vibes. Anyway, as I was saying, I see what international is all about. So on paper, it seems like 1365 is more like more for the win, if I might say so. Like it seems like 1365 technically should dominate 2377 in a fight. But that being said, going to the KVK, a lot might change because on paper, a lot of stuff should have happened. But from what we've seen from history, like usually like theory and practice aren't always the same thing. 21 billion lines is the highest in the game. Yeah, true. It's actually crazy when you think about it, but like I said, on paper 1365 should win. Like if they face each other, it also depends a lot on the diplomacy, but I believe that 1365 is bound to win. So if they actually have a 1 versus 1 together, I'm gonna go for 1365. See, like this thing is getting boring already, meaning that unfortunately 1093 already beat the enemy. You know, like you see these guys trying to fight a little bit, trying to put like some fighting in it, just like try to put some action, maybe get some kill points. But let's be honest, this KVK is long gone, man. It's over, and it's gonna be over in here. Like the moment this pass is open, like the moment the zone 7 opens, nobody's gonna fight anyone. Maybe, all right, just scratch that. Maybe they try another 1 versus 3 one last time, but I don't believe that's gonna be the case. I feel like both of these coalitions will realize that fighting 1093 it's impossible, so they're just gonna like give up, in my opinion. I don't feel like all 3 enemy coalitions, if they just literally, if they are allowed to become one single coalition and they can fight as one, they still cannot beat 1093 in my opinion. It's just like, it is another level of an alliance, man, of a kingdom. It's just too Imperium for normal alliances to even grasp. Let me just find some food. I need some low line food right now. Come on, show me low line grain, please. There we go. Wait, what? Where was I? Wait, was I in the enemy camp? What was I even doing? Okay, my bad. Lol. GV77 is a full way alliance though. They get rewards depending on which camp does best, so they will 100% fight. What rewards will they even get? Because at the end of the day, it's gonna be their enemy who wins. I mean, like, if you're gonna lose, there's no rewards to share, right? If you win, I understand what we're talking about, but if you lose, and I don't believe they're gonna win, I just don't, man. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be like extremely honest. I just don't. Like, I don't know what rewards they're fighting over. You're fighting over nothing because there's no rewards for you at the end. Unless 1093 will just become like the good guys and be like, okay, you are allowed to get whatever you want on the map, even if you lose. I mean, that's okay. That's like another type of thing then. Pretty sure they have an agreement. Okay, if they have an agreement, then okay. Like the 1960 KVK. The 1960 KVK is basically it's just 1960 fighting them, but they have the agreement that 1960 is not gonna buy anything. Well, not the agreement, it's just that 1960, basically the leadership of 1960 told the members that don't even spend as much money on this KVK because it's not even worth it. You may win this without spending. They still can get auto arc and other rewards. Oh, I see. I mean, okay, I guess it's worth it as a KVK then. Okay, so we did this one. Let's go back into the. You know what's funny? This guy is Albanian. Malakas Riot basically is like a zone in Albania that it's like a city or a small city. So it's kind of like Saint Long Denise or something. So this guy is actually Albanian. I'm 100% sure. There we go. There we freaking go. This guy's Albanian. This right here is the Albanian flag. So this guy is actually Albanian. I'm loving the pictures. But yeah, like this guy is 100% Albanian right here. Yep, definitely. Like just the name alone, man. It's so easily identifiable. Just the name alone, you could tell that this guy is from Albania. Nineteen 1093 is L, 1960 is L. The best kingdom is clearly 3269. I mean, yeah, if you're looking for a glory hole type of kingdom, then I guess we are one. Just joking. Just joking. Just joking. Honestly, I believe that 1093 right now is. I believe that 1093 right now is still the strongest alliance out there. 1960 and 2489 just are not on the same height, and if you go a little bit lower you will find 1365, 2377 or other kingdoms, you know. But and if you go even lower you have like imperiums like 3060 and stuff like that. But I believe that 1093 is just kings right now. I'm sorry to say that because personally I'm like a huge fan of 1960 over 1039, but they are like they just are. I want to fight 3269 and bully Aver on the field. Man, just give me some time and I'll destroy you. Just give me some time. You see this thing? Like, you see this thing? Like, right now my VIP is gonna be, I'm gonna be VIP 14, brother. I'm gonna be getting those 3 golden sculptures every single day. And after I finish my VIP 14, I'll be focusing on my tier 5. After my tier 5 is gonna be my items. After my items is gonna be my VIP 15. Give me like a year, brother. And I'll promise you I'll bully the living hell out of you. Both of you at the same time. You think my account is doing bad, man, but my account is going better by the day. I'm telling you, every single KVK that I do, I'm 10x better than the last one. Granted, there's a lot of improvement to do, but hey, there's a lot of improvement to do, but hey, it's gonna be worth it. Like, at least I understand the game now. I'm aware of what I gotta do. I'm aware of my my priorities, where they lie. I have a strategy. I know of the timestamps and everything. So I feel like I'm actually doing a lot better. I'll put the marker to attack Haven and put markers on your troops. What troops? I won't even show my troops. Like, see, the best way to win a conflict is not to show at all. So I'm not just gonna show, man. I'm gonna be in home kingdom and I'll just see you cry on the KVK looking for me. It's easy, you know. You think that I have to fight you, but all I can do, just like Jake Sparrow said, we're gonna fight to run away. No, but that being, jokes aside, man. Jokes aside, man, we really don't know how we are going to do this KVK. Like, the chances for us to win are really, really good, but I don't like the fact that we are so confident to the point where we might F this one up ourselves. Like, honestly, I believe that we are way too confident on this KVK, and I don't like that. Like, I know the chances are good, but I don't want to see everyone be like, hey man, we won. It's like, we haven't won yet. We might get our shit handed to us. You're gonna watch as 3269 gets burned. On this KVK, it's possible. Like, against the fire camp, I'm not gonna lie. Against the fire camp, everything's possible, man. Anything's possible on this. Anything is possible on this KVK. Honestly, like I said, the fire camp is not weak. The wind camp is weaker than us, to the point where I believe that we have a guaranteed victory against them. But the fire camp, no, these guys are really strong. Look at them. These guys are like crazy strong. Like, in terms of, like, where's the coalition? Where do you open the coalition in here? Ah. Like, in terms of like raw power, they definitely outpower us. Just in a, like, raw power. Like, we are not going to like details, but in raw power they definitely outpower us even now. So it's not gonna be, I'm not saying that power is everything, but it's definitely like something, you know. It definitely shows something. So personally, I feel like we shouldn't take them lightly, and we should really focus on our fight against them. Where's like the main? Wait a minute, is the main in here? Yeah, there they are. Whoever makes a mistake in the zone carpeting will lose. Yep. Yeah, man, I'm aware. I'm honestly aware of that. If we can close wind so they don't join the Kingsland, or they join the Kingsland like kind of like in delay, it's gonna be amazing if we can do that. If we can like burn wind away from like this zone right here, it's gonna be amazing. I don't know if that's gonna be like the strategy, or if we're just gonna go straight up to weaken the fire camp. But if fire camp had another kingdom instead of the 30260 domain 2, Oh, I mean 3060 domain 2. They might have had a better chance. Yeah, true. True. But then again, maybe like if you think about it, if there was like another kingdom instead of 3062, probably like the matchmaking would have been like different. Because I'm pretty sure whenever the game or the Rise of Kingdoms player admins or system whatever did the matchmaking, he did it in such a way for the power to be almost balanced. So if you gotta think about it, Lee Louch think he is actually Lee Louch. I'm him. Alright guys, I honestly feel like I'm gonna call this one a night because I really want to sleep. I want to chillax. I want to get some good I want to get some good rest because tomorrow I'll probably start running again because I got my next marathon on next weekend and I really need to train a little bit more before I go there. So thank you all for stopping by and I appreciate you, but I'll be coming maybe tomorrow with another stream, but for the night we are closing shop. Once again, man, I wish all of you a great night and see you into the next one, guys. As always, much love to everyone who joined. Peace.